Hello, this is Steven Chavez, Dorado Surfaces, episode 1 of our video cast, coming to you from Granby, Colorado, driving in my car. And I wanted to talk to you today. Today's topic is going to be about the Chinese quartz tariffs and how they're going to affect quartz countertops in North America and kind of globally around the world. Excited to bring this video cast to you guys for many reasons. One, I'm getting a high amount of phone calls lately. People just asking me like, "Hey, how is this going to affect us? How is the tariffs on the quartz coming out of China going to affect us? What's the reality?" Because there's a lot of misinformation out there about it. So I'm excited to bring our first video series to you guys, and also you guys are going to notice if you continue to watch these videos that most of these are going to come from places like my car, quarries around the world, factories around the world. They're not going to be in a studio or in my office. So they're going to be unfiltered. They're going to be raw. I just want to get this information out to you guys as soon as possible. So let's jump right into it. Here's the reality of the tariffs on Chinese imported quartz slabs and countertops. The Trump administration has already started a 10% tariff after, I believe it was September 24th or September 25th. So any containers that were imported from China after let's just call it the 25th of September, have a 10% tariff or duty on them, as I like to refer to it. Now, this is not just quartz countertops or quartz slabs. There was a gigantic list of items that were affected by this tariff. So to get this list of items, you can send me an email, Steven@DoradoSurfaces.com, and I can send you a link to the website that lists all the tariff codes and the actual products that are affected by it. Metal, auto parts, clothing. When I was going through it, it must have been, it was thousands and thousands of items and tariff codes that were affected by it. So it's 10% currently. It's going up to 25% January 1st. So it was a two-tiered approach. They wanted to start out lower at 10% and then raise it up to 25% by January. There is a second tariff on top of this one, and it is a anti-dumping tariff. It's a case that was put before the ITC by Cambria, the quartz manufacturer out of Minnesota, and they are claiming that the Chinese are artificially lowering or dumping their prices to unfairly compete in North America. So this is still in the courts, and they still are trying to decide if it's valid and what the tariff should be based on this anti-dumping case. They have preliminarily said it's going to be 35%. So that's their preliminary decision. They are going to then come out with a final decision, and then after that final decision, they are going to probably go back into the courts for more argument on both sides. So I've been told that the final decision is going to be somewhere between November 20th of this year and March 20th of next year. Now, after the final decision is made, it's not completely final, meaning MSI, Arizona Tile, and a couple other of the big box big box distributors of quartz are fighting the case against Cambria and the ITC. So if the final decision comes out and it's 35% or greater, I would suspect that MSI and Arizona Tile and everybody who's fighting this case will go back to the court and ask for basically an extension and fight it some more. So I've been told this case could go on for years before there's a final decision. The problem with this anti-dumping quartz tariff is after the November 20th final decision, the tariff is supposed to take effect. Meaning on November 20th, if they say, yes, it is going to be 35%, they can retroactively go back 90 days and impose this on any Quartz container that was imported. So they can go all the way back to August 20th and said, if you've imported a container after August 20th of 2018, you still have to pay this 35% tariff. Now, this is on top of the current 10% tariff, which will go up to 25%. So the reality right now is from August 20th, 2018, all the way up until December 31st, 2018, there is a 10% tariff, and then there's going to be an additional 35% tariff on top of that, so about 45%. After January 1st, it's going to then go up to 60% total, which will be 25% from the Trump administration, and then the 35% from the anti-dumping tariff. So it's going to be 60% or greater or less after January 1st, depending what the anti-dumping case decides. So that is the reality today. And as a importer of quartz material, a lot of distributors and importers of quartz out of China, distributors are now very leery of bringing in any product from China because of this tariff situation and the uncertainty, not knowing what it's going to end up being. So that's what's happening. There's a lot more I'm going to go over in episode 2 and episode 3. Episode 2 is really going to go into more detail about this and the supply and demand, its problems that it's causing because of this tariff. And then into episode 3 and 4, I'm going to get into the problems it's causing with the factories, the problems it's causing with the steamship lines that are bringing in the containers. There's a whole mess of problems that it's causing right now. So thanks for tuning in for episode 1. I am going to be shooting episode 2 shortly here. I urge you to share this with your friends, other fabricators in other states that you might have, or in the same state you have, architect friends, interior design friends, builders, because a lot of people are asking us what's happening, what's the reality. So I wanted to shoot this and get it out to you. Episode 2 is going to be coming shortly after this. Thanks for tuning in. Steven Chavez, Dorado Surfaces. If you want more information on us and our company, just go to our website. There's 3 of them out there, DoradoSurfaces.com. There's also NewStoneQuartz.com. You can find where that's being distributed in your local area. And then we also distribute the Dorado Soapstone brand. So you can go to DoradoSoapstone.com and see where that's being distributed in your area as well. So thanks for tuning in, and look forward to episode 2. Signing out.